I wanted to share with you my entire makeup collection. Do you ever watch those beauty videos where the YouTuber or Instagrammer is sharing, a new makeup look every single day with a new eyeshadow palette, new lipstick, new blush, and then they show you their beauty room and it's gorgeous and they have, shelving everywhere with hundreds of foundations and blushes and lipsticks. I enjoy watching those videos. I think, first of all, I'm nosy, so I enjoy seeing, what all makeup products people like to use. But I am not able to have a beauty room like that because actually I don't have a house anymore. And I've shared that on Instagram and I've shared that in other videos that my husband and we recently sold everything in Florida and we are just traveling around. We just lived in South America for a few months. Now we're back in the USA. We're just staying in a hotel. That's why my background is different. But since I don't have a home anymore, and since there's no way with, I'm just living out of 4 suitcases, I don't have a ton of space for my makeup and my skincare. So this is my daily makeup. It's, more than daily makeup. A lot of things are things I'm testing. I got this makeup bag on Amazon. This is a nice water resistant material. This is really nice if you travel too. It's got a handle here and it has a shoulder strap. But so I'm just gonna show you what I have here. Now I do have another little stash of makeup, so I'm gonna go through everything really quickly, but this is my daily makeup, pretty much what I use every single day, and this is what it looks like inside. Also, I like this because it's got these little hooks that won't allow this to flip open, and my last makeup bag I had, these weren't there, so every time this would open, sometimes my brushes and pencils up here would fall out, so I like that this keeps it nice and secure. This first little section, I'm just gonna show you the products that are in there. I have my Revlon Candid Concealer. Love this. This is probably my 3rd one. I've been testing this ever since it came out, the Lancome. It's been a few months since I've been testing it. Their newest concealer. I know a lot of people love it, but to be honest, I'm not loving this. I kind of find this to be drying under my eyes. Like, it's nice at first. It has, a decent coverage, but then after a couple hours, I feel like it just kind of makes my under eyes look, I don't know, a little dry. Have you guys tried this? I'm sure many of you have, because I know a lot of people rave about it, and I'm not saying it's a bad concealer. I'm just saying I just don't think it's, gonna be my holy grail. I also have this concealer in here. I don't care for it. This is one that somebody at Sephora was like, oh my gosh, it's the best ever. You have to try it. It's by Nude Sticks. And I don't like it as a concealer. I find it to get creasy underneath my eyes, and it doesn't really have a lot of coverage, but what I do, since it's kind of sheer to light coverage, I use it like when I'm trying to clean up my eyeshadow instead of using like a thick full coverage concealer, but it's not something I'd ever repurchase. This is a concealer by, I think this is Giorgio Armani. I actually really like this. I have a second one. I have a backup. I wouldn't call it my holy grail or anything like that, but I do like it. I have it on today. Sometimes I think it does get a little creasy if I use too much, but I do think for mature under eyes, this is a nice option. I have this contour wand by Charlotte Tilbury. It's almost gone. I've had this for ages. I like it, but I don't think it's worth the price, and I don't think it's like that amazing. I like how easily it blends, but then since I'm not really that skilled with makeup, I think I probably blend it out too much, and then I'm like, oh, well, now I need to put, something else in place of it. So I don't know. I like it. Who knows? I might buy it again. Maybe I'll get the darker shade. I think this is the lighter one, but one thing you're going to see in here, I do have some high-end makeup, but I don't love a lot of high-end makeup. I love a lot of drugstore makeup. I feel like I'd rather spend more money on my skincare, and not that you have to spend a ton of money on your skincare. It just so happens that a lot of the skincare I love, it does happen to be, I think a little more pricey than I'd like it to be, but that's just what I like. And I do like a lot of drugstore skincare. What do you prefer? Do you prefer drugstore, high-end, or, what are your thoughts on that? This is a blush by NYX. This is their Sweet Cheeks. This one, I have all the shades. I don't remember what this shade is, but I like these. I don't love them because I don't feel like they're long lasting, but I really like a cream blush that has kind of more of a matte or natural look to it. I don't like the cream blushes that are super, look like you put grease on your face, because, I have more oily skin, a little dehydrated, acne prone. I have all the shades. I'm not gonna get rid of them, but I probably won't buy those again, and they'll expire before those run out probably. I have my City Beauty Beyond Mascara. This is a holy grail for me. I love this mascara. That's the mascara I have on my eyes today. This is not just a mascara. It conditions my lashes. It's also got like kind of little fibers that help to make them look even longer than they are. But I don't even have to use a lash curler with this mascara. It lifts my lashes. It makes them look full. It's like a really nice black color. It's not like that grayish black color. It's just an all-around beautiful mascara. I do have a discount code for this if you're interested. This is another one by Number 7. This is the Full 360 Ultra. I would probably purchase it again because it's a drugstore mascara that I do really like. And then I also have a bunch of lip glosses and lipsticks in this section. This is one I just bought. This is by Chanel. I like it, but I don't think it's worth $45. I mean, it's nice. I have it on today, but I don't have it on by itself. It's pretty by itself, but it's just a little too light for me. I have on, this right here is my new favorite lipstick ever. This is so amazing. Okay, I'll talk about the Chanel in a second, but this is by Mineral Fusion. This is almost like putting on, it's like a lip balm, but it's got a beautiful color to it. Let me just show you how pretty this is real quick. I am loving this lipstick. Look at how silky and smooth it goes on. This is such a beautiful color, and you can sheer it out if you want, but this will, it doesn't, like I said, it's not a lip stain, but it will leave this pigment on my lips for a very long time, and it's not drying, it's not cakey, it's just, it's beautiful. And then I just put the Chanel over top, and I really like the gloss that comes with the Chanel. So I did buy another one. I'm waiting on it to come in the mail. I ordered it directly from Chanel. So I shouldn't say I don't like them. I guess I think that the price, $42, I don't know. $42 I just think is a lot for this smidgy little amount of lipstick. Two other lipsticks, these look similar to the Mineral Fusion ones, but these are by Burt's Bees. These are two of my favorites. I think this is called Hawaiian Smolder. This one, it says it's more of a matte. It still has a sheen to it. And then this is one I love too. This is called Tahitian Sunset. Every time I wear this one with my City Lips in Nude York over top of it, my husband, I notice he stares at my lips and he'll say, I like your lips. So I notice it's always when I have this combination on lately. This is one of my favorites. I buy this all the time. It takes forever for it to run out. This is by NYX. This is in the shade Sydney. I never wear this by itself. I mean, this would look crazy wearing this color by itself. But what I use this for is when I put on a lipstick, and if I want to kind of do that ombre look, I put a little lighter shade in the center, and it's like a purpley pink, and it just really makes your lipstick look really pretty. And then of course I always have City Lips. The one I have in here right now is the clear. I will use this before I do my makeup and after. I use it before I go to bed. And then this is almost empty. This one is Los Angeles. And I also have skincare in here, even though it's not makeup. I put my sunscreens in here because some of my sunscreens, I use them as makeup. This right here is my favorite primer for makeup. As you can see, it's almost gone. I already bought a backup. This is by Panoxyl. This is their oil control moisturizer, but it's also a mineral SPF 30. If you have super dry skin, you're not gonna like it, but if you are like me and you have normal to oily skin, it will help kind of mattify, you know, that T-zone a little bit. If I could only choose one sunscreen for the rest of my life, it would probably be this one by Skin Medica. I have used this for many, many years. It is such a gentle sunscreen. It is great for sensitive skin, for rosacea, and I love it for me for hyperpigmentation. It's only an SPF 32. I wish it had a higher SPF, but I do like that it's tinted and it has the iron oxides in it, which will help give me a little more protection. But I keep this in my purse in like a little small sample squeezy tube, and I just, you know, keep refilling it. And this is how I touch up my sunscreen throughout the day because it has a beautiful tint. I am never without this sunscreen. I absolutely love this one. And then I have more sunscreens, even though this is my makeup. But like I said, I will use a lot of these as my makeup, as my foundation. This is by Color Science. I had just bought another one. This is their Glow sunscreen. It's an SPF 50 all mineral sunscreen. I love this sunscreen. I have it on today over top of matte CC cream. I don't have a foundation that's my holy grail, but this is one that I've purchased a few times. I do like this, and I'll continue using it as I'm, you know, testing other foundations, but I really do not have a holy grail, you know, foundation yet. I have some that I thought were my holy grail foundations, but as I'm traveling and as the seasons change and, you know, I'm not in South Florida with the humidity anymore, I'm moving around to different places, my skin is changing. And ones that I thought were amazing, they're just not amazing anymore for my skin. For other foundations, I will use these. These are also by Color Science. This is their Flex. I have medium and tan. Right now I mix them when I use them. And if I'm a little more pale, I'll use the medium. And then if I have tanner on my body, I don't put tanner on my face, but if I have tanner on my body, I'll use the tan by itself. I also have the Color Science 3-in-1 Total Eye. I also keep this in my purse This is a holy grail. This is something I will never, ever, ever be without. I always have backups. I love, love, love this product. And then of course I also have my Color Science Brush On Sunscreen. I'm not really a huge powder, like, you know, setting powder, loose powder type person. I just feel like if I'm gonna use powder, I wanna use my sunscreen powder. I always have to have one of these brush on sunscreens with me. I keep one in my purse. Oftentimes I'll keep one, you know, in my bra or in a pocket or whatever. I'm never without this. I know I said I'm not huge into powders, but I have this one. This box looks crazy. This is a holy grail for me. I'm never without this. This is my third one, and I have another backup. I keep one in my purse, one in my makeup bag. This is by MAC. I don't use a ton of MAC makeup, but this is one product I repurchase constantly. This is their Blot Pressed Powder, and this is the shade Medium Dark. This is perfect when I'm shiny. You know, I like a glow, but I don't want to look greasy. So let me just rub my finger on it and show you. This isn't like a powder that, you know, is cakey. Let's see if you can even see. You can probably not see anything on my finger because it doesn't, you can't wipe it like you could a regular powder and then have a ton of powder. It just has properties in it that just kind of blot the skin. It's not powdering down foundation. It's not setting anything. I'll show you what I do, how cool this stuff is. And I just press it on that area. This side has the glow. This side is mattified. I probably put too much on. And I just kind of do it in my T-zone when I'm looking super duper shiny. I hope they never stop making this. This is the best product to blot your oils or to get rid of that shine throughout the day. Speaking of oil blotting, these are my favorite oil blotting sheets. I don't really carry these in my purse too much. I keep these in my makeup bag. These are by e.l.f. And let me get away from the light. These are by e.l.f. and then these are by DHC. I also have my magnifying mirror. It's a compact and one side is a regular mirror, but every time I bought it, I break it. So the one I need is just this little magnifier. I have my all-time favorite blending sponge. I get these on Amazon. This sponge is so amazing. It washes up so well. I've got two flat sides. It has my makeup on it because I just used it. And then I like this kind of squared off tip, so like if I'm trying to clean up my eyeshadow with the concealer, it's a nice straight line, or same thing with here. This is one sponge that I would say is my all-time favorite holy grail makeup sponge. Blush is something I love. One blush that I absolutely love, this is by Essence. It's super affordable. Like I said, I love my drugstore makeup. This is another all-time favorite drugstore blush. If I had to choose one powder blush for the rest of my life, it would probably be this one. This is probably my third one. This is by Burt's Bees. This is in the shade Shy Pink. It's a stunning blush. Like when you rub your finger in it, it doesn't feel like buttery or silky, but it goes on the skin like butter. This is a cream blush that I absolutely love. This is by Honest Beauty. I'd have to say this is a holy grail for a cream blush. It's just beautiful. I actually have it on today, and I'll just put a smidgy more on. This is just a beautiful blush. But then I also have this one by Pat McGrath. I think the packaging, I mean, this is stunning. I'm testing this one. I have another one, this exact blush, but just a different shade. I think her packaging is fabulous. It's got fingerprints everywhere. It feels weighty, it feels luxurious. This is just beautiful. I do really like them, but you know, it's just not my favorite. These two blushes though, I've had these for a few weeks. These are pretty close to holy grail status for me. These are by Rare Beauty. Aren't these so cute? But I got the matte shades. These are absolutely beautiful. I do really, really love these. Let me know, leave me a comment. Have you tried this and anything else from this brand that you think that I would absolutely love, because I am really loving these blushes. This is a high-end product I am never, ever without. Except they have just recently reformulated it. So I bought two backups of this, and this is not cheap. This is like $73. This is by Clé de Peau. This is their stick concealer. I have used this for many, 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 many years. I despise it as a concealer under my eyes. I feel like it's entirely too drying, but if you have oily skin or normal to oily, acne-prone skin, and you get a pimple every now and then or a dark spot, if you want the most amazing concealer to cover it up and it's not gonna slide all over your face, this is easy. I keep one in my purse, I keep one in my makeup bag. I also bought the new formulation, which is like $2 more. It's $75. I just honestly, I think that's ridiculous for a concealer, but the only reason I am willing to spend that is because this will last me well over a year. I mean, I will even scrape it all the way out, and it's so easy to just keep it in your purse and quickly, you know, oops, I see a dark spot or a pimple, boop, 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 cover it up, and it's so easy to blend. I have one of my e.l.f. Wow Brows. I love this. I would say this is holy grail status for me. I use the shade, I think this is neutral brown. And then I will use my brow pen to fill in any sparse areas. So this way my brows can look a little more natural and not like a thick, drawn on, like kind of Groucho Marxy, I guess. This, I would say, is probably a holy grail status. This is by Anastasia. This is her eye primer. This is the sample size, the trial size or travel size. This isn't even the big one. But this, I feel like, is still like 3/4 of the way full. You can get this for $13 on Amazon. This is so affordable. You need the tiniest amount. I'm talking a little speck of this, and it will prime both eyes. And I like that it's got like a matte bone color to it, so it kind of helps blur out any imperfections, redness, or things like that in your eyes. It just makes your eyes look beautiful before you put on your eyeshadow, and it stays on longer. Love, love, love this. I also have tweezers in here because, as you get older, we stop growing hair up here and then they decide to start growing on our chin randomly. So thankfully I only have like, I don't know, 4 or 5 that will randomly grow, but I always have some tweezers, for my eyebrows and of course for these pesky chin hairs. This is a holy grail. This is something I will never be without, but guess what? I have never even had to buy a backup. This is by Cover FX. This is their custom enhancer drops. It's like their liquid highlighter. This is the shade Moonlight. I first got this as a sample, like, I don't know, in a gift bag a couple years ago, and it lasted for like a year. I then bought the full size of it, and I just filled this little one up, but I filled this up, golly, maybe 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and it's only down to here. I use the smallest amount when I use it. It's a thicker liquid concealer. Like, that is all I use. And it spreads. Look how this spreads and is so, I mean, look at this. I could probably cover my whole hand with this little tiny dot. I will use this on my shoulders. I will put some here on my collarbones, and this will give you just a really pretty glow, or I'll mix it with an oil. But not only can I use it on my body, this is what I use as my highlighter. So, I'm okay with some powder highlighters, but I think some of them kind of look a little chalky. This lasts for years and years and years. I will probably have to throw out the full size that I have and repurchase a new one just to be safe, so there's no bacteria or anything like that that can get in it. But holy grail, absolutely love this. My all-time favorite highlighter. I also have a lip brush in here. I love this one. I don't know if you can get this on Amazon anymore. That's where I got it. I will look and see. It's just this retractable one. And when I do my lip liner, I never like to, it probably looks like I have a harsh line, but I do like to kind of blend it out. This is beautiful because it's got that nice point to it, and it's the brush is the perfect hardness. It's not too hard, not too, mushy and bendy. This is a perfect lip brush. I also have my Revlon concealer stick. When I'm trying to clean up my eyeshadow, I will just put a thin little coat of it like this, and it will help, well, better blend that. It'll help to kind of, make my eyes look a little more lifted. It has kind of like a sheer to medium finish, so it's not like having, goopy gloppy underneath my eyes. I also have all 5 of the BK Beauty lipsticks, her new lipsticks. These were sent to me in PR, but I love these. She sent these and the lip liners. I have 2 of them in here. The 2 that I love and wear all the time, actually I have this one on today. This one is, what is this shade? Warm Spice. This is beautiful. This is one I know I will repurchase. And then this one's called Alter Ego. These are stunning lip liners. Out of the lip shades, I love them all, which is weird because I'm kind of picky with lipstick, but what I love is that they're all beautiful nudes. My favorite, there's 2 that are my favorites, but it's hard for me to read what these are. So some days I'm like, I want to wear Passion, I think is what it's called, their darkest one. But, I can't find it sometimes because the writing is so small. I could grab any of them and they all look beautiful with every single makeup look. These would go with any outfit. Honestly, I could wear them with just about any lip liner. They're creamy, they're buttery, but what I love is that they're not like slimy to where they start to just wear off. These will last on me for hours. I do like to put a lip gloss over top of them because I'm just, a lip gloss wearer. But I love these. And then I have an eyeshadow palette in here. I have another one, I'll show you that in a second. But this is the newer one by Wet n Wild. If you followed my channel long enough, you'll know I love Wet n Wild eyeshadows. Remember last year, was it the year before, where like every other day there was a new eyeshadow release from every brand? And I just thought it was overwhelming and just, to me, silly because they were all the same. And if you're someone like me, I am not a makeup artist, but if you're someone like me, it doesn't matter what eyeshadow palette I get, I still always put, you know, a light creamy shade here, you know, like a nude transition shade here, and then a darker brown or, you know, super dark brownish purpley color here. I do the same thing every single time. I wear the same shades, so it doesn't matter what eyeshadow palette I get, I'm going to go for the same type of color that I always wear. So I just feel like I don't need a ton of eyeshadows, but this palette is absolutely stunning. Let me see if I can get the camera to zoom in on it. I will share this in a makeup video so you can see how beautiful these are, but I just want to show you really quickly. I just couldn't get over this. These are so silky. Like, I'm just gonna do one swipe with this eyeshadow brush. I wanna show you how pretty this is, how I can just make little lines with this. I mean, look at this. One swipe and it still has all this product. I just couldn't believe this. And look at how smooth this looks. This eyeshadow is just so silky and pigmented. They blend like a dream. I do not use this shade. I do not use this glitter shade. I mean, I think it's stunning, and of course I had to run my finger in it. And then this one, I tried to use this glitter shade, but I don't know. I'm just not a glitter person. I'm more matte and a little bit of sheen. These are beautiful. This is what I used on my eyes to get this little eye look today. It probably looks the same as all my eye looks. This makeup bag, if you can see, it also has a top compartment, so this is where all the products were here, but it also has this, which I love. You know, most of them they're only this tall from here to here, but I like that it has this extra little bit on top. This is Holy Grail. I got this on Amazon. This is just a Z palette, but I like that it has this nice big mirror. This is what I use to do my makeup all the time. And then, let me just turn it this way. These are magnetized in here, and the ones that are not magnetized, I can buy like the little magnet things to glue on the bottom. This palette is sold empty. But what I do is I put in the makeup that I'm going to use on a daily basis. This, I just recently got it, so I'm testing it. I'm not in love with it yet, but I like it. This is by Makeup Forever. I forget what this shade is, but I use it as a bronzer. These eyeshadows here are all Fit Glow Beauty. They don't sell them anymore. And, you know, I've hit pan on this shade right here. They do have brand new eyeshadows out. I have not tried them yet. I want to, but I haven't. This is, I think, from an old Sigma palette. I just broke the palette, and I wanted this creamy shade. And then these actually are Pacifica eyeshadows. I've shared a video putting them on, and what I did is I broke the palette. That was kind of hard to do because I was afraid they were gonna break, but I broke the palette, and then I got those little magnetic things to put on the back of them. You glue it on the back, and then it's able to be magnetized in here. See, so you can just pop these out because this is a magnet in here. So I reach for this palette pretty often. And then the other thing I have in here, this is one of my favorite bronzers. My favorite drugstore bronzer is the City Bronzer, but I already hit pan and then the rest of it broke, so I haven't repurchased that yet. But this is the Marc Jacobs bronzer. I don't like that it has that coconut scent to it, but I love that it's a matte bronzer. It's creamy. I don't even know if they sell this anymore, but I love this bronzer. Then I have all the makeup brushes that I use, and I'm just gonna quickly go through these because, you know, I know this video is gonna be really long. This is an absolute favorite brush. This is BK Beauty. Now, I love her original brushes with the longer handle on them, but when I was in South America, they sent me these in PR, and these came in the little travel case, which I absolutely love. But I like these brushes better than her original brushes with the longer handle. I don't know what it is. I just like these shorter handles. This is one of her originals with the longer handle. And I love this one. This is her 205. This one's great if you're not good at doing eyeshadow like I'm not. This is great to create that outer V because it's like an angled brush. So I can just kind of take the darker shadow and do one line here and then do one line here and then just blend. This just makes it so much easier than, you know, say using a fluffy brush because it doesn't give me, you know, that, I'm not able to precisely make that outer V. This is one of my favorite blending brushes from her. I really like this one to even apply my eyeshadow or to put it in the crease. This also came in the little travel one. This is the one I've been using every day to make a crease. The brush size is perfect, and I love this short handle. This is another brush from BK Beauty. I like to use this for like the Marc Jacobs bronzer, so I kind of contour with it, but that's what I use this one for. This is one of my favorite brushes. This is by e.l.f. I found this, I think, at Target. I think you can get this on Amazon. This is, it says Blending Perfector. It came in a little kit with kind of a long oval shaped blending sponge. I don't love the sponge, but I love this. This is one that I love to put my blush on actually. This is by Pro. I get these on Amazon. I can link them down below. But sometimes when I use like this blush brush, this is one of my favorites from Wet n Wild, I feel like I just get the blush like all over and it just doesn't look right. I like this little one because I can decide where I want to put the blush and then I can lightly blend it or blend it with my Wet n Wild one. These Wet n Wild ones are so cheap. They're like $1, $2, and they're favorites. I have like 5 of them because they hold up really well. This is one by the brand Refer, and they sent these to me. Actually, I have this one. I use these two from the brand. I haven't shared these yet, and I'm very thankful that they sent these in PR. I do really like these, but I don't know, maybe I'm just not that skilled with them. I had a hard time with them at first, for the first few months, because hairs kept falling out, and I don't know, is that supposed to happen? But it got on my nerves because I would do my makeup and then I would be like itching or doing this because I would feel little hairs on my face or on my eyes. Now that I've washed them a couple times, the hairs don't seem to fall out, but I love this one. Absolutely love this one for blending out my eyeshadow. And then this is a brush, I have no clue where it's from, but I love it. I think it came in like an Ipsy bag years ago. And this is an IT Cosmetics brush. I love this because it's also a dual-ended brush, and this is so old. This is probably 10 years old, but I love it. Love this brush. I can draw like an eyeliner with the darker eyeshadow with this. The quality of this, I shared this brand of brushes in another video. I got, I think, 8 or 9 brushes and a beautiful faux leather case to carry these in for like, I don't know, $14 on Amazon. Beautiful, beautiful brushes. If you're on a budget and you're looking to get some good quality brushes, I highly recommend these. This is also one of my favorite brushes by Wet n Wild. This was, I think, 99 cents. Absolutely love this brush. I use it for blending my eyeshadow. And I just have this one. I have no idea where it's from. You can probably just pick up one by e.l.f. I don't use this part. I just use this spoolie to brush through my brows. This is another one by BK Beauty. Love this brush. I use this to draw like eyebrow hairs, or I will draw eyeliner with my eyeshadow with it. This is just a perfect little detail brush. Then I have these 2 lip liners plus the other 2 lip liners from BK Beauty. This right here, Holy Grail, all-time favorite lip liner. I'm never without it, always have backups. This is by Estee Lauder Double Wear. This stays on so long. This is the shade Brick. I also love this one. This is by Fit Glow Beauty. I have a discount for this as well. This is in the shade Root. I wish they would come out with more shades. I love this shade, but it's got more brown in it than burgundy. Beautiful, beautiful lip pencil. They only have 3 shades. The other 2 are way too light on me, and they're actually lighter than my natural lip color. And then my last 3 products, I have this eyeliner. This is by NYX. I use this underneath my eye. It's like a shimmery silvery lavender, and it looks really pretty underneath the eyes. And then for brows, I have these 2. This right here is my favorite brow pencil ever. This is by Stila. This is waterproof, so if you have like oily eyes and midday you feel like your brows are kind of rubbing off, this is perfect because it won't do that. And it's got like this felt tip marker on it. One that's, I wouldn't say more affordable, because I actually have a 26% off discount code for the brand Stila if you like this brand. But this is the one by NYX. This is in the shade Ash Brown. I like these, but I feel like over time they start to pull, like my taupe one starts to pull orange on me. And so the Ash Brown, I want that more cool tone ash color, but sometimes Ash Brown is a little too dark for me. I do like this NYX one. It's got the same like felt tip on it, but these are not waterproof, and these are. These last all day long by Stila. And the NYX, it lasts, and then sometimes this one just doesn't look as smooth afterwards, the NYX one. So I do like it because it's easy to pick it up at the store, but I think that you can get this Stila one for the same price with my discount as you can for the NYX. So that is where I keep the makeup that I use, you know, on a daily basis, or things that I'm currently testing out. This right here is the rest of my whole makeup stash. This is all I have. That makeup bag I just showed you, and then this is all I have for all of my makeup. Now again, some of you might say, oh my gosh, well that's still a ton of makeup. Sure, it might be a ton of makeup if you don't do beauty videos, but for somebody that, you know, this is what I do, are beauty videos, I don't think that this is a lot of makeup at all. I just bought this Urban Decay All Nighter. I thought I would like it, but I've used it before, I don't know. I'm gonna use it up, but I probably won't buy it again. I don't like that. I just don't like the way it feels on my skin, but I will use it up. I have an It Cosmetics CC Cream Original. I like it, but I don't love it. I also have backups of all my City lips. I've been using City lips now for probably 10, 11 years. I've only been doing YouTube for, what, 2, 3 years now. I did not buy these though because I figured I should do another swatch video, because my old swatch video from like 2 years ago, most of those shades, they're not even being made anymore. I asked City Beauty if they would just send me all fresh ones, because all of the ones that I have, you know, I just throw them in my makeup bag and the label's worn off and it just kind of looks grimy for a video. So they were kind enough to send me fresh ones. This is also It Cosmetics. Again, I do not have a Holy Grail foundation, but I do seem to like It Cosmetics a lot. This is in the shade Medium Neutral. I feel like this is a little too light for me. I need the, I think, Tan Neutral, I think is the shade. I think I only have 3 eyeshadow palettes. I might come upon another one, but this is all I have for eyeshadow. Because like I said, I don't buy every latest and greatest eyeshadow palette. If I buy them and I don't love them, I will figure it out, you know, within a couple months, and then I declutter it, because I just feel like, why do we need 800 eyeshadow palettes? This is one, I do like it, by LA Girl. It's nice and convenient. This is just their, what is it? iLux Mesmerizing, super affordable. I got it at CVS. I don't know how much it was, maybe $5. This is my all-time favorite eyeshadow palette from Wet n Wild. This is actually my second one. I rarely have to buy a second eyeshadow palette because, you know, it's difficult to hit pan. This is their Color Icon Nude Awakening. I love this. I also have this palette by LA Girl. This is really nice quality, and I love the compact, and it has this big beautiful mirror in it, but aren't these pretty? This is one of my favorites also. This is by Pacifica. You can get this at Target, Whole Foods, Amazon. Is this so pretty? I usually just wear basic, boring browns and creams, but I like this for that little pop of color. These are all the blushes I have. This is one by MAC. I really like this. I like the MAC, what are these, mineralized blushes. They don't make some of these shades anymore, but I do really like these. So I have, I think, 3 or 4 of these. They don't make this shade anymore either. This is by Milani. This is one of their baked blushes. This is Delicioso Pink. You might be able to find it on eBay, but I don't know why they don't make it anymore. I mean, look how pretty that color is. I have this one by NYX. This is their Sweet Cheeks blush. This is a matte blush. I also have this one by the brand PYT. I have another one of these Pat McGrath blushes that I'm testing out. Okay, this is a palette. I love this. This is by the brand Well People. This is also drugstore. It has a nice little mirror. It's a bronzer, it's a blush, and then it has a highlighter. If you're looking for a really pretty all-in-one compact, the quality of this is really nice, and you can pick it up at the drugstore. I have a ton of my favorite makeup sponges. They come in this nice little case. Here, I'll show you actually what they come in, because you might actually, I don't want to rip it open. I'll go ahead and open it. Jeez. You might actually like the little tin case it comes in. It comes in this, it screws on, so you can keep your sponge in it, and it's supposed to help prevent any bacteria or anything, but I just, you know, throw the sponge by itself in my makeup bag because I wash it pretty much every day. And then I just have a bunch of Real Technique sponges in here. I bought this. It was like a kit of like 8 of them. I don't know, maybe 5 or 8 of them for a really good price on Amazon. I have a couple backups of my City Beauty Beyond Mascara. That is my holy grail all-time favorite mascara. A backup of my It Cosmetics CC Cream Matte. Again, this is not a holy grail, but it's the one that seems to work with my skin no matter if I'm in a dry climate or, you know, hot, humid climate. It just seems to work the best for my skin, so I don't have to have like 50 different foundations for every, you know, state, city, country that I'm in. I really like this. This is by L'Oreal. This is their Lumi Glotion. I will use this as a highlighter, or in the summertime, or if I have a tank top on, I will put some on my shoulders or on my arms. I have 3 more backups of the Stila, the brow pencil that I like, and then I also have a backup of the, you know what, I got this one in taupe. I don't know if I'll keep this one. This is the NYX, the brow pencil, so I have those. I have this Dior Backstage palette. Again, most of my makeup has been drugstore, but I do like to try some high-end stuff, especially if people rave about it. This palette, I feel like for the price, you know, like, I don't know, I just feel like the quality of this case, I mean, it's weighty, but I don't know, I just feel like it could have been more elegant or something like the Pat McGrath one. But I actually don't like this as a contour palette. I love this as an eyeshadow palette. If I do use powder, pretty much the only one I like that I have repurchased quite a few times is this one by Well People. If you are looking for a powder that's not cakey and you want a good setting powder, I highly recommend this, but again, I'm just not a huge powder wearer. I have this Essence, this is my 2nd or 3rd one. I really love this, but you know what? I don't think I'm gonna repurchase it after I run out, because now I've just gotten to where I only use my Cover FX, the liquid highlighter. This I would have to say is Holy Grail status. This is my, I think, third one. This is by Physicians Formula. This is their Essence of Healthy Skin. What is this? A toner and setting spray. If you're a powder wearer and you're like, oh, I look cakey, spray this on. This like magically transforms your skin and it will make it look glowy and dewy. This is another one of those Essence blushes. This is just a different shade. I got this at CVS, and I don't like these little stickers on there, but they're kind of, I think, for security. They're really difficult to take off. I have this mascara from Bite Beauty, their Upswing mascara. I love this mascara. It just makes my lashes look long and feathery, but I don't like it in the full-size tube because it dries out in like 2 weeks. I have another blush. I didn't see this blush, but this is by CoverGirl. I like this. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. It's got a bit of a sheen to it, and it's called So Flush. This is their CoverGirl True Blend blushes. I do like it, but once I hit pan on it, I'm probably not going to repurchase it, but I don't want to declutter it because I do like it. These are the other two shades of the Sweet Cheeks liquid blush that I have. These are a mattifying blush. These are really pretty, but again, I don't feel like their staying power is as good as the Rare Beauty ones. This is the full size of that Cover FX highlighter that I was telling you about in the shade Moonlight, and there's, golly, there's still probably this much left in here, and I've had this for a very long time, so for the money, this is a great value, but it is my all-time favorite highlighter ever. I have another e.l.f. Lash Out Loud mascara. I bought maybe 2 or 3 of these. I do really like it, but the brush annoys me. I don't know if I'm gonna buy this again. I probably won't, because when I'm slapping it on really quickly, the brush is kind of hard, and I don't like the way it feels when it pokes my skin. So I do like the performance of it. It's a nice mascara, but I like my City Beauty one tons better than this. I have a backup of my Holy Grail lip liner, the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade Brick. These are the other 2 BK Beauty lip liners. I love this Essence lip liner. This is good for like a neutral brown shade. And then I have this Maybelline Color Sensational. This is another lip liner in the shade Divine Wine. You know, I think I might declutter this shade because I never wear this shade. I have 3 more Revlon Candid Concealers. The shade I normally wear is called Sand, but I wanted to try some of the other shades, and I really like them all. Yeah, Sand is the one that I normally wear. This one is light medium. I also like this. And then this one's vanilla. This one's probably a little too light for my under eyes, but I use just a dot if I'm trying to like brighten that up. I'll try this out again, and I might declutter this shade, but I love these. I have a backup, another backup of my 99 cents Wet n Wild eyeshadow blending brush. This is the little sponge that came with that e.l.f. the concealer brush that I love. This is nice because you can get right up underneath there, but I'm gonna keep it because I do use it every now and then. I have a new Milani eyeshadow primer. I do really like this. For a drugstore, this would be my top drugstore eyeshadow primer, but now I've been using that Anastasia one for, golly, almost a year, I'd say, ever since it came out, and that one is my absolute favorite. Here is a backup of the Anastasia one. I have not opened this one yet. Actually, I won't open it. But I probably won't even get, does it have an expiration on it? I probably won't even get to this one for probably 2 years. I have a Tarte Shape Tape. I have a love-hate relationship with this, but this is probably the 5th one that I've purchased over the years. Some days I love it, other days it looks terrible, but I keep repurchasing it when it runs out because I love the coverage. I love the coverage of Shape Tape, and I'm able to make it work though when I use my Color Science 3-in-1 first, and then I put just the teeniest dot of this afterwards. So this is not my holy grail, but it's probably one that I will continue to purchase over and over and over because there are just some days where it just works perfectly under my eyes. I have 2 backups of the NYX, the little soft matte lip cream that I put just in the center of my lips. Love this stuff, but it takes a good almost a year for me to go through one of these, so these are completely unopened. Oh, these are those little magnet things that I was talking about that I put on the bottom of the Z palette. They just have like a sticker on the bottom, and then you can attach them on the back of the eyeshadows. I kind of think this came with the Z palette though. All right, and then I just have some lip glosses and lipsticks, and that's it. I mean, I think I've gotten rid of over 100, maybe 200 lip products. I am a lip gloss and lipstick lover, so that is something I buy the most of. I don't know, it could be a few hundred that I've recently gotten rid of. And lipstick is not something that I give to other people unless it's like my sister or whatever. This is a City Beauty lip gloss in one of my favorite shades called Orchid. Some of you may remember this shade, but I'm sure this is probably expired. I don't know, there's probably mold growing in this by now, but I'm not getting rid of it because I love this shade. I mean, look how pretty this is. Now by itself, sometimes it's a little too like, you know, bright purple, but I will mix this with another of their lip gloss, or like if I put a little of the City Lips Clear on and then just a dot of this, it is stunning. I wish they did not stop making this shade. So I'm just gonna save this and hope that they bring it back someday. This is a lip oil from Haus Laboratory. This is the Lady Gaga makeup brand. I got this on Amazon. I really like this. These are really pretty lip glosses. They're more opaque lip glosses, but they have an all mineral SPF 32 in them, not a chemical filter sunscreen, because those always make my lips burn and I don't like the taste of them. These are beautiful. These have a beautiful taste to them. The scent is lovely, and these are really pretty to wear by themselves or over top of lipstick. And I have a video for these. I'll try to remember to link the video if you want to see swatches of them. This is my second Color Science Color Bomb stick. This is my favorite one in the shade Berry. I love this stuff. I know some people are like, it doesn't work, it's all dried out, but what you do is you just put a smidge, I mean, I'm talking a smidge on your finger, but you just let it warm up in your hand. I mean, look at that, how much. I'll put a smidge on. I'm probably gonna look like a clown by the end of this video because I keep putting stuff on. This is such a pretty blush, but this is an SPF 50 all mineral SPF. So this is perfect if you're on a beach vacation, or if you are just, you know, in the dead of winter and you want to have a blush that also has sunscreen protection. I also use this on my lips. They have a couple other shades. You could use them as eyeshadow, lipstick, blush. I also have a discount code for this brand if you are interested in any of their products. And then I have two lip glosses. This is one by Essence. Is this Essence? I think this is Essence. I think this is their Shine, Shine, Shine lip gloss. This is one of my favorites. This is such a pretty lip gloss. It's like that iridescent, kind of purpley, pinkish. By itself, it's a little like, you know, high schoolish 1990s, 1980s for me, but it's just, and the scent of it, it's so pretty, and they're super glossy. But, you know, these do kind of bleed into my lip wrinkles. So, you know, if you're younger, if you don't have any lip wrinkles, these are great for that. And then I also have this one. This is one of my favorites. This came in a kit that I got from Skin Store, but I've decluttered all the rest of them, even though I love every single one, but the shade that I reach for the most is this one that doesn't have a name on it anymore, but I will link this down below. If this is still in stock, I have a 26% off discount code for this brand. These are Babo Laboratories. And then the last lip product I have, this is by Burt's Bees. This is one of my absolute favorites. It's just such a pretty shade. This is probably my third one that I've gone through. This one is in the shade Tidal Taupe. So you see how it can just give your lips like a really pretty kind of just a neutral, you know, a neutral shade that could go with pretty much any makeup look. Whew, that was a long video. So even though I know I say that my makeup stash is not a lot, I mean, compared to other people that do beauty videos, it's not a lot. I'll try to do as many links as I can, you know, wherever I can find things. But, you know, some things you could probably just Google it, or, you know, find it on Amazon or in Sephora or Ulta. But if I have a discount code or something like that, I will make sure I leave that down below for you as well. And I will leave the other video, the video where I decluttered a bunch of products. If you have not seen that yet and you're interested in seeing why I've decluttered products, what I liked, what I didn't like, I'm gonna leave that video for you right here. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in the next video.